Welcome to Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. I'm your host, Bertina, and I'm so grateful that you're here. This is a space created for slowing down, for remembering who you are beneath the noise, and for reconnecting with the sacred wisdom that already lives within you. Before we begin, I want to offer a heartfelt thanks to our sponsor, Cosmic Connections. Their support for this podcast and this community is wonderful. You can receive 10% off your online purchase at yourcosmicconnections.com with the code Bertina Podcast 10. Yourcosmicconnections.com, Bertina, Bertena, Podcast 10. It's a beautiful way to support both your spiritual practice and the sanctuary, as well as a small business that I love so much. Now, wherever you are, maybe you're walking or resting or driving or just simply breathing, I invite you to gently step into the sanctuary with me. Let your shoulders soften, let your breath deepen, and there's nothing that you need to become or to be fixed. You've arrived at a sacred space. So let's begin. Welcome back to Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. Today we're going to talk about karmic closure, the final shedding of the snake and welcoming the fire horse. This weekend with Friday the 13th, Valentine's Day, all the moon energy and the shedding of the snake and the bringing in of the fire horse is a lot energetically. So before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath with me, a slow inhale, and then a long exhale. Because what we're talking about today is just not astrology, and most of you all know I am not the best at astrology. I love the idea of energy and changes, but this isn't superstition or a prediction. I love portals, I love thresholds, and this is a threshold. And if you've been feeling strange lately, really tired or emotional, like something is ending, but you can't quite put a name on it, just know you're not imagining it. We are at a portal. We are standing at the final breath of the year of the snake. And on February 17th, the horse, specifically the fire horse, arrives. But before we move forward, we have to honor what's closing. So let's talk about a year of the snake, the shedding. The snake doesn't grow like other creatures. They don't stretch gently into a new version of themselves. They grow until their skin no longer fits. And this is very uncomfortable for them. That skin tightens, it cracks, it splits. And the snake has to push itself against rough surfaces and even rub itself raw until that old skin peels away. It doesn't look glamorous, and it looks very exposed and vulnerable and tender, and I think that's how the past year has been for a lot of us. The year of the snake wasn't loud and it's not flashy, but it's so internal and it's so psychological. And it's very karmic as well. So I want you to ask yourself, as we leave the year of the snake, where have you outgrown your life? I know where mine is, and it is killing me. I'm counting down the months. Where have I outgrown my life? I'm so ready to take this. And I know everyone's tired of hearing me say this, but I'm so ready to take this full step into my spiritual path. Ask also, where are you still wearing a version of yourself that no longer fits? I still teach criminology. It is not what I want to dive into every day. I limit myself on true crime and things that I've studied in the past because it just doesn't fit the way I approach things. It's not saying that I'm being passive. It is the way that I view things, how I view things, and honestly, how I react to things. So ask yourself, where are you still wearing a version of yourself that doesn't fit? And sometimes we don't even realize that we've outgrown something until it really starts to hurt. Let's think back. Was your year a loss of tolerance for conversations that just are inauthentic? I hate small talk. Did it feel really distant? Did you feel really distant from relationships that really felt perfect for you? Are you questioning your career now too? Are you facing your shadow? Do you need more rest? I know I do. There's just something. I am tired. My soul is tired every day. And if you pulled back from the world, and the snake doesn't destroy your life, it reveals what's cracking and what it's shedding, and it exposes illusions, and it does something even more intense. It returns unfinished karma. You may notice, this month that memories are resurfacing. Old people are reaching out. Old wounds are reopening. And you aren't regressing. We're completing a cycle. Karma doesn't leave quietly. It circles back one final time and says, are you sure? Are you done? Are you really ready to shed this skin completely? And that's why these past few weeks, the first 2 weeks of February, is really heavy. It's not because something is wrong, but it's because something is ending. And I can tell you that I've noticed that some of the medication that I have to take, I am feeling heavy. I am meditating twice as much. I am walking. I am doing movement more because I just feel like I just need to let something go. It just needs to go. And karmic closure is tiring. And when the cycles close, the nervous system begins to relax. But before it relaxes, it processes. And that is where we feel more emotional. And that's where I feel I am actually even more angry at different times. And it's okay to say you're angry as a priestess. It's what you do with that anger. Do you process it? Do you listen to it? Do you sit with it? Are you being told that you're more sensitive or more detached? Are you not interested in pushing forward? I know I used to be that corporate kick-ass female. And no matter in all my jobs, most of them were masculine-related jobs. And I was always the first to get things done. I worked extra. I stayed later. But I'm just being called to rest now. And this is sacred. The snake year is the year of introspection. And it strips away what we built from ego and from fears, from survival. And it leaves you standing in quietness. But the thing is, that quietness is kind of hard to sit with sometimes. The snake cannot keep the old skin. It has to leave it behind. And this is where we are right now, in the final breath of the shed. It is February the 13th, Friday the 13th. Go listen to my podcast on Friday the 13th if you haven't. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, a day of mixed emotions. Valentine's Day can be positive, it can be toxic. It depends. But the next few days after, until February 17th, the fire horse arrives. Now, let me tell you about the fire horse. This has been something new for me. The snake moves quietly, but this horse, it's going to move boldly. It's going to kick your butt. It is going to be like freedom, movement, momentum, like you've never seen. This horse does not crawl, it runs. And when you add fire to it, you get igniting energy, you get life force and passion and courage and creative power. I'm looking forward to the creative power. I just feel like I've been in the dark night of my soul for so long in that cave. I am ready for that creative power. And finding that time is going to be interesting. I'm wondering how fast the time will go, because the fire horse does not hesitate. It doesn't overthink, and it just moves. And this is already partially my personality as it is, because I tend to do things and then think it out. I do trust my intuition a lot. Now, I do overthink things. I overthink things like, oh, well, did I hurt this person's feelings? Should I have said this? Should I have said that? That is how I used to always be. And I understand overthinking. And sometimes I get imposter syndrome, which falls into the overthinking. Excuse me while I yawn. See, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm sleepy. I'm ready for this fire to take over. February 17th. 4 more days. Just thinking about it. The snake has prepared us, and the horse is going to activate us. The fire horse year is really fast. Things that have been stuck, you're going to notice are going to move. And the thing is, though, they're going to move fast. Opportunities are going to show up quickly. Decisions are going to be clear, very quickly. And the fire is going to be purposeful, like it's going to have a purpose. It's saying you've processed long enough, you've healed long enough, now move. And this is my energy. This is kind of how I tend to do a lot in my life. As I was saying before, I don't process that long. I tend to process after I've done things. And I heal by moving, by somatic movement, by reading, not staying stuck in the shadow, not staying stuck in the past, but moving. And if I'm going to move even quicker this next year, y'all gonna have to hold on to my hands, because I have so many ideas. It's time for you to launch new things. I have a list of classes and projects I want to do. It's time for you to speak publicly. And this can be organized or not. It can be speaking up for yourself. It's time for you to change direction and to travel, to take a risk. And as I see so many of you all, and I see my clients and my students, you all are stepping into leadership, but you just don't know it yet. But this is the key. I know many of you all have said, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to tell you, the fire horse does not carry old baggage. So if you try to bring any of this unfinished snake energy with you, it is not going to work. You're going to feel overwhelmed, and you got to close it. You got to close it over the next few days. Now imagine this. You're standing in a field at dark. And just before you lies a trail of shed skins. It's a version of you. Different roles that you've played, identities you've survived through. And you look down at the most recent skin. It's served you and it's protected you. It's got you here, but it no longer fits. You take a breath and you step forward. And in the distance, you hear the horse hoofs. Slow at first, and then stronger. Closer, faster, and the fire horse approaches. Now, this horse is not here to rescue you, but to run beside you. It's your life force returning. It's your courage reawakening. And honey, it's your embodied self. This horse kneels, not in submission though, but it recognizes that you are ready. And this is the question so many of you ask me, how will I know when I am ready? That horse is going to let you know, and you're not going to be able to hold back. So what I would like for you to do is to go ahead and let's create a fire horse ritual. The 17th is on a Tuesday, and I usually release my podcast on a Wednesday, but you're going to notice that this is going to come out on Sunday or Monday so that you can do this ritual. So, I want you to light a candle and sit quietly and repeat after me. I honor the version of myself that brought me here. I release what no longer belongs in my next chapter. Now I want you to write down old fears. Fears of failure, fears of being yourself. Let go of old identities. Who people have told you that you are. And even identities that worked well with you at the time but no longer work anymore. Release old attachments, old expectations. And after you write this down, I want you to safely burn the paper now. If you're in an apartment, it's kind of hard to find a bowl or a kitchen sink. If you're out where you can step outside, release it and watch the smoke rise. This isn't destruction, it's a completion. I want you to close your eyes and then imagine that the fire horse is standing before you. You place your hand on its neck and you feel the warmth and the strength. You feel his pulse, the momentum. As you pat him, you say, I'm ready to move forward. And I want you to feel your body's response. Because the fire horse is not mental, it is embodied, and it lives in your spine, your voice, your courage. And I'm telling you what, we are going to do so much movement and embodiment. I'm incorporating more things into my classes, my yoga classes. I am incorporating things into my Zoom classes. We are going to do it. We are. So this year may bring rapid growth and movement and bold decisions. Your creativity may explode. You may be visible in the public, or you may find that new passion. But it's also going to require grounding. Because fire must be directed. So I want you to walk daily. I want you to drink water. I want you to be intentional in your rest. And I want you to move your body. Whether it's any of my Zoom classes, private classes, in-person events, booking a private class with me on Zoom or in person. I want to help you thrive with this fire by creating a strong nervous system, by releasing the trauma, by releasing things that hold you back and stepping out of that and going through this portal, this threshold of fire that I see in front of us. I am so excited to move forward. This waiting has been so hard. The snake year asked you to face yourself, and now the horse year says that you're going to become yourself. You're going to hear this word a lot, alchemy, and it's not like the Sorcerer's Stone in Harry Potter. Well, it sort of is, but it's the internal alchemy. It is how you take everything and you mix it together and you create something new. And then you move this outward into embodiment. We're not going to be tired anymore after we shed. We're going to begin to feel sparks because the horse is near. I want you to trust the ending. I want you to trust the ignition. And most of all, I want you to trust that you are not late to this. You are not behind. You're standing exactly where you're meant to stand, at the threshold between shedding and becoming. I cannot wait to see how your year of the horse is going to be, the year of the fire horse. So you all know, I always say join any of my groups, join my website at bertina.org, and join the sanctuary community there virtual. If you're in Nashville area, join me in person. Just go there and kind of look and see what resonates with you and puts a fire in you. And I want you to I want you to comment here on this podcast. I want you to comment on my blog, on my Substack, anywhere. And tell me, please, what it is that you feel. What is the spark that you feel? Okay. We got a couple more days, and I look forward to seeing you, hearing from you, or just basically walking this year with you, because I cannot wait. So for now, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and let's welcome the arrival of the fire horse. Good night. As we begin to close our time together, I want to thank you for spending this sacred moment with me here at the Spiritual Sanctuary. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to leave a comment or share this episode with someone who may need a little sanctuary of their own. As a thank you, everyone who comments or shares is entered into a drawing from our sponsor, Cosmic Connections, and it's a beautiful way to keep the magic flowing beyond time and space. And if you're longing for deeper connection, more guidance, and updates on both our online and impersonal spiritual sanctuary gatherings, I invite you to stay in touch with me by signing up with my newsletter at bertina.org. That's BERTENA.org, where I share upcoming events, rituals, reflections, and offerings created just for this community. Until we meet again, please be gentle with yourself, trust your inner knowing, and remember, this sanctuary lives within you. Thank you for being here.